Hey guys, Harry here, and that final page of Chapter 3 of Tokyo Ghoul just okay. Really interesting chapter. We're actually going somewhere with this story and with the progression of this Ghoul squad, is the easiest way to say it. But the first thing I want to talk about is that last page, because we have two possible characters it could be. It could either be Touka or it could either be Hinami, and I'm leaning more onto the Hinami side just because she looks a lot younger than Touka would at this point, because it's been a 3-year jump, and if I remember correct, Touka was either in her first year of college or university, or she was studying for the entrance exam. So if you go along that line, in 3 years, she'd either be in her final year, she'd either have finished her final year, or she would have left to do whatever happened at the time and what come up. So I'm leaning more towards Hinami because the hairstyle's still there and the facial structure just looks... It doesn't look 100% like Touka. So that's where I'm going with that. As well as that, we see that Sasaki, inside Sasaki is at least the white-haired side of Kaneki. And there's two ways I'm personally looking at this. It's either Kaneki's old self that's inside of him, inside of Sasaki, and they're actually the same person, what we've been saying all along, or they've done to this Sasaki person what they did to Kaneki. Now I'm throwing a lot of names here, just stick with me. So they could have very much done what they did to Kaneki and took part of Kaneki and put it inside of these Ghoul Squad to give them these innate abilities. But if you look at it that way, it's the characteristics. Like, I can understand if it was just his, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? The carnivorous one. What's the word? The cannibalistic side. Like, if they took part of his, like, scorpion exterior and put that into someone, I can understand if the like white-haired Kaneki was in Sasaki. But I still want to lean more towards the fact that they're still one and the same, because apparently, I was just reading the comments at the end of the translation. If you go back to, I think it's like a chapter 143, and when you look at the suitcase scene, apparently above the suitcase it does say Heisei, so Sasaki Heisei, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. So there is that as well, but other than that, the way the story seems to be progressing is this camera kid, he's basically gone to some of the squad members and asked for Sasaki's like clothes, and I think this is because she wants to give these clothes to Shu, because obviously Shu is like full on obsessed with Kaneki and he's clearly going to remember the scent. And now if we remember back to Tokyo Ghoul, remember that Riza's scent was on Kaneki. So if we go along the same lines, if we have a piece of clothing from Sasaki, it's going to smell like Kaneki. So if you deduce by that, both options are still possible. So it could be the case of Sasaki is Kaneki, or he's just got like one of Kaneki's organs inside him. So it's all up in the air really. But then that clip at the end, just that final page where it's, I'm gonna say it's Hinami's just saying the tree has a message for Torso. That would explain a lot, because if it is Hinami was with Ayata's with Algori Tree, and it's saying we have a message from Tree for Torso. So if that's the case, I may have to look up right now the theory for Torso, because it's all up in the air. Like, I still want Serpent to be Amon, but I don't know why he'd been looking for Torso. So all in all, that's my gist on this chapter. Very interesting chapter. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. We're probably not going to see this character in this taxi for this week. We're probably going to go along the side of the other ghoul, the other squad, handing over the clothes or whatever to the informant. But overall, I thought it was a really interesting chapter. Please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that great stuff. And I shall see you soon. Goodbye.